Hi, this is one of the High Priests of Khonshu, Ray, from Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. We're proud members of the Collective, and you're listening to one of the Collective members, the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. Hope you enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Wade's World, the Deadpool podcast, episode 56. Wow! Almost senior citizens. I am Phil, and joining me once again, taking time away from those Canadian swingers clubs is...
Hey y'all, it's Lil Hellfire. It's Wednesday and I'm drunk. Or no, wait, it's Monday and I'm drunk.
That's how drunk she is. She didn't even know what day it is.
It's all blending together.
You get no new comics there, did you?
Old comics.
I was gonna say that's hot. Well, I mean, new crappy comics, not good old comics.
I mean, it felt like I got a new comic with all the spoilers.
Join us for Comic Capers on Wednesday, on YouTube on Wednesday. Be a double header of poop. That's all right. Next week we'll start getting into some old stuff.
Yeah, real stuff, real Batman.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do Venom.
That too. That works too. But what are we talking about today? Some weird guy named Alex. What?
Alex Hayden. Yeah, we're talking Agent X #1 and Soldier X #1. And actually put in like 2 minutes of homework on Google and figured out. Remember, I was like, I thought maybe they changed the titles because of a dispute with Liefeld.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I actually found the Wikipedia, and they give the reason why for the title changes.
Why?
I looked up the Agent X. It said Agent X was born out of Marvel Comics' long-running Deadpool series, yada, 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 which we know, whose sales had slumped to cancellation point. Can you imagine there was a point they were going to cancel Deadpool?
What?
With experiments, including the miniseries within a series, you know, where they did like that Funeral for a Freak and all that stuff, and Agent of Weapon X, all that, yeah.
Which they kind of allude to in this issue with the double tombstones.
Yeah. Having failed to stymie the leak, the decision was then taken to run a final arc to close the series, then restarted from #1 with an X in the title in an attempt to more closely identify it with their popular X-Men franchise. And they said they did the same thing with Cable and Soldier X and X-Force and X-Statix.
Which was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of X-Force, nobody probably, except for like real nerds, probably even know about Soldier X and Agent X. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, Soldier X only ran for 12 issues, just saying.
But they even say...
12 long, painful issues.
It even says, rumors circulated amongst fans that the title relaunches at the time were due in part to a royalty dispute with Rob Liefeld. Rumors were dispelled by Liefeld himself.
Of course you have to say that when you have a gag order. Just saying. Seems fishy.
And then it goes on about how, you know, Gail Simone, you know, wrote this, that like she was doing those last couple issues of Deadpool, and then she left after issue 7 because she clashed with Marvel's editorial staff.
That's okay. We got some extra juicy stuff out of her when she came back. It's okay.
But they even said, they're like, you know, the book, you know, Agent X and Soldier X didn't do good in sales because it's like, you know, Marvel never promoted them.
I was going to say, yeah. I like I said, I don't think anybody outside like huge nerdery really even realizes outside of X-Force maybe.
I
mean, you think Agent X, like, you're not going to necessarily think X-Men. I just think that it was just a poor thought out plan.
Yeah.
It was like a baby New 52.
Yeah. They're like, how can we refreshen up these, you know, we have 20 X-Men books. How do we refreshen these 3?
Anyway, so let's start with Agent X. I actually liked this run. I thought that this was a better origin story than the original Deadpool. Don't come at me, bros.
I'm
just saying.
She's too
like,
drunk.
I don't know. Like, it was a gratuitous cash grab when they came up with Deadpool, is what it seemed like to me. This one just kind of seems like, that old familiar amnesiac kind of plot line.
Well, I just think, you know, when Liefeld created Deadpool, he was just looking for like an antagonist for Cable and X-Force, but then the character got so popular, they're like, we got to do more with this character, you know?
Exactly. So it's just kind of one of those things where this is like, oh, at least this is cool. He has like this driving ambition and he doesn't care about anything else. A singular focus.
And if you didn't know there was supposed to be a connection between Agent X and Deadpool, he's in the same pose as Deadpool was on the last cover.
I know. It's just like,
He's doing the same pose that that Deadpool did in what issue? 69!
We didn't get canceled. We didn't do our job, Phil.
Oh, Lord. Welcome to Alex's world.
I heard he doesn't like chimichanga, so I don't know how good a dude he can really be.
No, he has like a more refined palate.
Yeah.
He was asking, this homeless-looking dude shows up at Sandy's doorstep.
I like the story that they're telling as they're explaining, like, why she's actually helping this raggedy-looking dude. Like, it was a zombie. Shoot him in the head, bro.
It was like a little more serious. It was like it kind of was like Deadpool, but the book took itself a little more seriously.
Yeah, Chilean sea bass.
Well, once we discover, at the end of this run, his origin, that kind of makes sense.
Yes, but I was just like, that's stop.
But I mean, Agent X, how more on the nose could you get? He's got like that big X across his face
and his head.
His head, yes.
Yeah. Unknown origins.
Marvel,
very derivative.
What year was this? 2000? Marvel 2002. Subtle, they were not.
I don't think they've ever been subtle.
Well, especially.
Maybe some of the Fantastic Four stuff, like back in the early 60s, might have been a little subtle, but and Namor was pretty subtle. But anything outside of that,
Imperious Rex.
Damn straight.
Namor wasn't subtle. He was trying to steal everybody's women.
I mean, he was a more subtle Aquaman. I'm just saying. Even though technically he debuted a month before, Aquaman still came first. Anyway.
Namor the unsubtle.
Namor, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
He loves those blondes, man. Sue Richards, Emma Frost.
Everybody loves Emma Frost. It's because she don't keep no clothes. Much like Sandy. You know who she reminds me of? And if we ever interview Gil, I have to know. Chun-Li from Street Fighter games.
Oh, yeah. Well, they finally give Sandy a little bit of backstory in this issue, because didn't she say at one point that was it Taskmaster? She's like, I don't want to go back to dancing.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to Tony's Amazing World of Dance or whatever. Like, I think I saw that one coming. I really do. Taskmaster was kind of not the cool Taskmaster we just saw. I was kind of bummed out.
He has an image inducer all of a sudden.
That's where he stole it when he kicked it.
I was going to say, he must have picked it up when Deadpool flew away.
I guarantee you. It's a cutscene somewhere of that. But I don't know. It was the early 2000s. I think, image inducers and, time sliding belts were all the rage still. and black leather from the X-Men movie.
Oh, Lord. But... yeah, and then the comic books had to follow suit. But
don't remind me.
What did you think of this training montage of Taskmaster and Alex?
I love the Captain America shirt. And then I love at the end where it's Electra Lives Again. I was just like, those are kind of cute. And I like the training journals, too. Those were kind of funny.
Yeah, but I just love he's wearing the Electra shirt and Alex has two sides sticking out of his chest. Should have been wearing a bullseye costume.
Ooh. Spider-Man.
That's whatever.
I would definitely like the spotlight on Sandy. She's like, hey, I see this as an opportunity. I'm gonna open up the agency again, and we're gonna get him trained. But it's it's really obvious that it's Wade Wilson. Like, everybody's like, eh.
Well, it wasn't.
You know what I mean, though? It's like really similar, wants to be a merc. Everybody's like, is he jerking our chain?
Well, do you think if this series would have taken off and been like wildly successful, would they have made him Wade Wilson? I mean, would they have like confirmed that, yes, in a past life he was Wade Wilson?
I think so. But I don't honestly, you can tell the numbers at book 3 about if it's gonna be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, okay. And then you get Gail Simone leaving at issue 7, and it's like, you're really not going to finish this. I'm sorry.
But I just wonder, what was the plan that this was going to be more successful? Just the name change? Because, I mean, except for like...
I thought it was more accessible. We weren't focused on all the X-Men stuff and, you know...
And all that baggage and history wasn't there, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. Which is probably why they went ahead and did Soldier X, too. You know, he had defeated everything. It was just time for something new for him. I thought that was a great time to try that, but I felt that the execution was poor when it came to Soldier X.
We'll get to that, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, we get Outlaw, too.
Don't call her Crazy Ines!
Co-star the new Domino book.
I hope they keep Amadeus in, like, seriously. I like how he's presented in that book.
Yeah.
Not like a complete jerkwad. But she's getting a love interest, and they're going to do some sexy fight stuff, so we might not see any of the sidekicks for a while.
They better keep Diamond back. She better not be the traitor.
Too obvious.
I know. Exactly. But then we get the part in the cemetery, like you said, the 2 headstones. Wade Wilson again.
It's like, I don't want to know. It's like, yeah, good.
But what's with this this new crime boss? Is he?
Oh, he's taking hold of the eastern wind, but is he tough enough to keep the territory? Why do I care again?
But I mean, what's up with the S&M costumes? You know,
maybe they got lost on the way to the Arrowverse. I don't know.
I am Vertigo number 4.
Oh God. Don't remind me. I don't know. I was like, I don't think we really needed that in this issue. I thought that could have waited.
Yeah, that could have waited till at least the second issue.
You know what, though? I thought would have been a great cliffhanger is when he runs into the tiger.
Oh, yes.
I was like, oh, this would be a great place to end it. But no, it gets even better, and he ends up owning the theme park. I thought that was pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. But where does this attitude comes from when he knocks down Taskmaster and says, "Do you know I find your arrogance tedious, Mr. Taskmaster?"
So familiar.
Such a fancy boy. You think he'd have some like silk handkerchiefs or something?
Oh God, I enjoyed this issue outside of the villain or whatever. So
and what's with the costume?
For lack thereof. It's like Cable's hand-me-downs. I wonder if I like the cover. I like the artwork. I like this book up until like issue 5. Until it starts going kind of haywire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought she had a pretty good handle on it. So I want to know what the issue with the editorial team was.
I don't know if it's just that they
wanted something different,
or they didn't promote or Marvel just wasn't.
Yeah, they really did not promote this book at all. Like I tried to look for ads, and I'm just like,
unless they were like giving her grief for not getting numbers, and be like, "Hey, give me an ad in a book somewhere, and maybe I'll get some numbers." And of course, in like true Deadpool twist, he doesn't get paid at the end. What does he get?
It's a theme park.
The deed to the theme park.
I mean, that's like every little kid's dream, bro.
Yep.
I was so jealous.
And then we get like his foul at the end. Look, clip and save for your fouls. Don't clip your comic book, kid.
I know. I'm like, don't encourage that. Thank you. You photocopy it, okay?
Well, they want to encourage it, so you buy 2 copies.
Good luck on that. You know.
Yeah, maybe if they were like 50 cents or $1, Marvel.
Even $1, you know what? $1.25.
Yes.
But you better have at least 36 pages.
At $3.25. At $3, I ain't mine too, more.
$4 now.
I can live with without the Agent X profile page hanging on my wall.
I never went to go. I was meaning to go on eBay and see what these were going for. Probably Facebook value.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it. I mean,
some people are dumb enough to go for it, but like I saw somebody like one of those like the Spawn Collector one that I showed you when we were doing the Spawn special.
Yeah,
I saw some people trying to charge like $25 for it. I'm just like, Do your research. That's the thing, kids. I want you to take away from it. Do your research when it comes to collecting comic books. Don't just see a couple of people selling it for a really high price. Look around.
There's some web. Oh, Gmart is selling it for $25.
See, I bet you if I go on eBay, I can find some for like $2.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Like in good condition too. Like I wouldn't say mint, but very fine at least.
But so we're continuing, right? Because did you see what the next issue is?
Oh yeah, I thought we were gonna go until Gail Simone was done.
Yeah. Well, I think what did she go? She went to 7, and then she came back for 13 through 15. So we're gonna
we'll just
jump that gap.
Because we want to kind of finish Soldier X 2 when we're doing this, so that should get us there.
Yes. Oh, here it is. I looked on eBay. Yeah, you can get a Agent X #1,
like $2 minus ship. I mean, shipping's gonna be separate, but yeah,
$2.25 plus $3 shipping.
Yeah.
And
then you bundle it, and then the shipping's not that bad. Trust me. Like,
oh wait, you can get an Agent X 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 14 for 99 cents.
Oh, that's just a starting bid, though. Sometimes you can get them at that starting bid, though. I mean, like I said, ain't nobody looking for Agent X, bro. You know what? I might have to go scoop those up. My copies are pretty old.
Man, what the
uncared for. Not even gonna lie.
We're gonna have to unload some Capes and Lunatics originals on eBay, man. Some like those Charlie Esser cheesecake photos.
Hey, Charlie was looking around to see what it costs to get a comic book started. Did you see that? I was just like, what? He didn't tell us?
I know. I have an idea too, so maybe we need to brainstorm one of these days.
He probably wants to do that Gilgamesh saga that's bouncing around in his head. Not just spoiler alert, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Or the McGee files.
Do a little art for the fanfic, yeah.
But yeah, so next issue on Agent X, the Punisher. They went right for it. Issue 2.
I know, it's just like, you can tell it is early 2000s. Like, where's Spider-Man? Where's Blade? And where's Ghost Rider? Come on.
I know. I don't think we got Spider-Man in this series. Like,
we didn't.
What happened?
Well, he's not Deadpool anymore, so why would he have Spider-Man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna drop the Punisher right in there, issue 2.
Well, he is training to be the world's best mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
So, it kind of, sort of, if you squint hard enough, makes sense. Gratuitous editorial staff is gratuitous kind of thing. But I would give this issue a B+. I enjoyed it. I like the new style of artwork. Like I said, I liked everything but the villain. I felt like that could have waited.
Yeah, they should
really slowed the story down.
They should have just went with the zoo stuff. Yeah,
exactly. It took forever to get to that.
Yes, exactly.
Which I thought was the funnest part. I know funnest is not a word, but it's going to be a word. Okay,
it is here.
So let's talk about this Soldier X #1.
Soldier X.
Who is this? Danko.
I was just looking at this last night. Writer, Darko McCann.
Yeah. I do not like this artwork.
Yeah,
this artwork looks like something from one of those old like 90s MTV cartoons. I cannot think of the name of it. I want to say it's Eon Flux.
Maybe. Igor Corday.
Yeah, the guy that did the artwork. But no, like the artwork itself looks like something from the TV show Eon Flux from like the late 90s.
This was,
it was creepy.
I think this is the same artist who was doing like the last couple issues of Cable, the original series, the last couple issues. And nothing against the artist. It's just not my taste.
Yeah. Not at all. Not mine at all. Like the cover was like kind of like freaking me out.
Yeah.
Like everything about the book is like very uninviting. I'm just saying.
Well, I think they were trying to take, I don't know, they're trying to get
like they've got him in the Christ pose. It's like like one page in and he's in the Christ pose. Come on. Don't be so pedestrian.
They're trying to get like gritty and real with Cable. Like they played down. They
stripped him down, and it's just like, oh, he is now. It's like the A-Team. That intro was literally almost like the A-Team when you think about it.
Nathan Summers
Arrow,
is one of the world's mightiest.
Something else. Someone else. Like, come on, stop.
But yeah, they took down the powers. They're even getting rid of that techno-organic virus.
I know, it's like, what is the point of Cable then? Like,
they just wanted to make him a pure soldier, I guess. Like you were saying, Apocalypse was gone. He had no mission now.
And you just reboot it, and he goes back in time and screws something else up. You don't do this.
Well, that's what they eventually did. Yes. Time. And they did that Cable and Deadpool series too.
Yeah.
But yeah, because he even made the point in this book. He was like, I kind of cut myself off from the my timeline and everyone I knew. Well, I'm like, you were born here, dude.
You can be from a place, but not from a place, Philip. Okay.
True. I know, Miss San Diego. But I know what has you down. A lot of this issue, I'd say the majority of this issue, was Irene Merriweather.
Oh, you see, you know me so well. She's so bland and dry and weepy and she's a redhead and it does nothing for me.
I mean, I can see doing an issue like this with Irene, but do you really want to do this with issue 1?
No. I don't feel like this book suffered from poor setup.
Do you think were they trying to do like a transition thing? Because was there like I forget, was there like supposed to be like a time jump between the last issue of Cable and the issue of Soldier X? Because she's like, I haven't seen him in 2 years. And
well, that answers your question.
I know, but I was trying to remember.
I don't think it was mentioned. I think they just kind of shoehorned that in to so that we could settle into the world with without a lot of questions.
But I'm trying to remember if she was actually in that last arc or 2 of the Cable book, because maybe literally she hadn't been in the book for 2 years. So
don't care enough about Irene to go check.
She just seemed very desperate.
Well, she is a reporter in the early 2000s. It was, you know what I'm saying? Journalism was coming to a crumbling end.
I know.
George W.
But it's just Cable wouldn't leave me.
I feel like he's left you a few times. I'm just saying. You're not even the favorite love interest. Everybody knows who the favorite love interest is.
Domino.
Yes. So, it's bad when a redheaded comic book character doesn't do it for me, bro. You just know it's really bad.
Girl, you don't even know how to shoot a gun.
I don't know. This was just this whole I just saw no need for this run at all.
And come on, she takes down a low-level SHIELD agent.
Oh, yeah. The clothes hurt my soul.
Well, it was men drawing and writing this. Come on,
it's like some 80s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff right there. That's April O'Neil right there for you.
There's, they, come on. Back in the day, all these men were writing and drawing books. It's like women either had 2 modes: ultra sexy clothing or frumpy, baggy clothes.
Yeah, just
no in between.
No in between. But I don't know what it is about this book. I should like it. I actually like Cable, but I said, when you strip it down, what's the point of even making this guy Cable? He could be anybody. He could be Nate Gray for all I care.
Oh my.
I mean, that's about as far removed as he is from everything that makes Cable Cable, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Them Summer and Gray boys. Just saying.
We have to cover those last couple issues of X-Man for Comic Capers or something.
I know.
Either here or Comic Capers. I know.
Let's keep it on Comic Capers.
Okay.
We got so many books that it'll be a real long time before we get there.
Once we squeeze it in somewhere. That's a long haul on that Batman stuff.
So long. I think it's going to be next year. We'll be done with it. But No Man's Land is worth it. That's how you do a crossover, multi-story event, and suck everybody in. This is the last good thing they did, I think. Sorry, Darkest Night. Brightest Day.
Sorry, Bruce Wayne murderer.
I was never going to like that, but...
Poor Sasha.
I don't know. I know it does get a little bit better towards issue 4, but then it back down.
Yeah.
Like, this book is a lot of setup. Like, a lot.
And it's very weird. So it's like, are his powers gone? Because like not that Cable's in this number one book of it, issue number 1. He's not in it that much, but like
I said, setup. So
I know.
much setup.
And does he still have powers? Because the only thing he like exhibits here is like spitting techno-organic virus. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
I know what you're thinking. Don't say it.
We haven't had of this podcast rated teen yet, though.
What?
We haven't had of this podcast as rated teen moment yet, though.
That's true.
I guess every week doesn't need one.
Well, we screamed 69, remember?
It's just a number.
I know.
Kids don't.
One number goes this way. One number goes this way.
I would say I would give this issue probably a C-. Like the artwork, like I said, it's just something about the artwork. It's like kind of grotesque, but not. I just can't put my finger on what about the style bugs me the most. Maybe it's the eyes, or I don't know. Ugh. I don't enjoy it. So like the art is literally 50% of a book. So if it's a little disturbing for me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sure the artwork's fine. It's just not my style.
It's just so much setup. Like you said, like it was not hardly even in it. It's just like.
Because it's like, I remember reading this, I was like, are we going to get Cable in some form?
I mean, okay, Irene is annoying on Felicity levels most of the time. I'm just.
She just seemed obsessed.
I mean, was the D that good?
Oh! Oh, it's techno-organic virus. I mean, come on. There's your teen moment. Come on.
Kids. Speaking of it.
You know it's going to get squeezed in somewhere. That's what she said.
Oh, God.
Don't complain about not having a T+ moment. Come on.
I know. I should never bait the hook. Never. Anyway, I think it's time for shameless plugs.
All right, everyone. Join us next week for Agent X2 and Soldier X2. Yeah, that's right. 2 and 2. Remember, gratuitous Punisher appearance next episode. Maybe we'll get some whiny Irene or crabby Blacksmith next episode also. And of course, you'll get your Teen Plus moment. We'll take requests. What dirty thing would you like us to say? Email us, wadesworldpod@gmail.com, facebook.com/wadesworldpodcast, @wadesworldpod on Twitter, and @CL Sidekicks on Twitter. That's where all the magic happens. And the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Lilith, where can everyone, not just single men, find you?
I mean, if you want to slide in my DMs or fight me at Lil Hellfire, if you're all about Superman swearing in Smallville, definitely check out Save Me Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. And check out the site, somebodysaveme.net.
And of course, if you're a Gail Simone or Ryan Reynolds or
Rob Liefeld.
Yes. Email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am @nightwingpdp. So, yeah, my DMs for interviews. So.
I would hope so. You're married, sir.
That's right.
To the lovely Danielle.
All right, everyone.
I'm single. I can be a pervert. It's okay.
Thank you for joining us once again for Wade's World, the Deadpool podcast.
Send us chimichangas.
Or as we're known on the web, Married Guy in the Perv.
That's the Patreon right there.
Seriously, I keep thinking, well, we should do like a uncensored tape of Lunatics. You know, if people will pay on the Patreon, we should give uncensored tapes of Lunatics. Can you imagine? Uncensored Charlie Esser.
Oh my God. No, his corner is just uncensored political ramblings. Ours is our like unfiltered shit. It's the pre-show.
He wouldn't even mind. He'd be like, hey, are you wearing pants? No, stand up. Okay. I don't care. It's just nudity.
Shut down in the first week.